Thank you so much, Ms. Ushas. So let me now, I think my screen is visible and I'm also audible. The audience, please confirm.
Yes, sir. Your screen is visible and you're also audible.
Okay. So as Ms. Usha already introduced me, so my name is Adnan and I'm research and data analyst. Basically, I'm working as a freelancer also. So some of the students I help the people who don't able to join the Zoom, as I have to check all the things one by one, so it make messy there. So basically, our first this is our second workshop, and in this workshop we start the foundational analysis in SPSS. So in today workshop we learn about how to compute variables, and first, we have two questions there. What are the variables and why we need to compute them? We discuss it in the next slide. And second analysis that we discussed is the reliability analysis, and third one is correlation. So basically, these are our three main analyses. So we have to discuss in this workshop. So basically, this is our workshop one. You can see on the on our YouTube channel that we already uploaded the first workshop video on there. So it might be helpful for you to understand the second workshop. So yes, we can start the questioning and answering in the end during our discussion. So if you have any questions related to anything, you note down and you can ask in the end of the meeting in the chat, and also in the if you want to share through your audio video, I'm okay with that. So basically, first compute the variables. So in this workshop, we study how to compute the variables. So first of all, we understand what are variables. So in SPSS, as we already know, the atoms of the scale that we use to collect the data are called the variables. So we make the variables view in SPSS in our previous workshop. So according to it, according to our some requirement of the analysis, we have need to compute the variables. Basically, this is just like, for example, as we recall our previous example, that the perceived stress scale, basically PSS, this scale has the 10 atoms. So the 10 atoms divide into two subscales. One is called just consider that a little stress, and other is the high stress. So in this way, we have to merge the five subatoms and make it one subscale. So in this way, we combine the multiple atom into the single score. For example, like I already mentioned about example 5 atom on a stress scale, then we merge them, we compute them at one single stress score. So basically, this is useful for the construction and the analysis. So how the question is here, how to compute variable in SPSS. So basically, this is the pathway. I hope you can see that when we go to the transform tab, we click on it and we see that there is a compute variable option. When we click on it, there is a new dialog box is open, that is compute variable. In compute variable, we have a target variable. In target variable, we define what we need. For example, I need low stress or a high stress. So I name there the target variable. Then in numeric expression, I put the values variables like that. For example, here you can see the in target variables. I make a variable that is called happiness. So I merge all of these subscales 1 to 5, and then I click OK. When I click OK, the variable will be computed. So in this way, our so in this way, we get the our compute variable. So next is the reliability analysis. So basically, reliability analysis is used to find the internal consistency of a scale. Basically, each scale has the reliability and the validity. The reliability is the consistency. Consistency means if the scale, for example, the perceived stress scale give the value us in the one research, then it also work in the second research too, or second study too. So this is called the consistency. It means that the scale will remain be reliable or consistent over the course of the researches. So acceptable value for the alpha. How we measure the reliability analysis through the Cronbach alpha. We when we calculate in SPSS, you can understand how it can be give us this value. So accepted value is Cronbach alpha 0.7. So it must be larger than 0.7. The next question is how to calculate the reliability analysis in the SPSS. So again, this is the pathway in SPSS. I attach a screenshot there. Basically, when I I share the slides with you in the group, you can save them. Basically, this is give the students or the researcher who are not familiar with this platform, just follow this pathway and get the results. So when we click the analyze and go to the scales and then click on the scale, we see another dialog box, that is the reliability analysis. When reliability analysis click, then we find another dialog box. In dialog box, we put our atoms. For example, I have to put 9 to onward. Then I label the scale name like that, and then click OK. So when I click OK on it, you can see that you can see this kind of values in SPSS output. So basically, the value that we need, that is the Cronbach alpha. So in first scale, for example, optimism and the test scale, we have the number of atoms 10. And when we calculated this Cronbach alpha is 0.67. But when we study the value 7 is the so value 7 basically is the reliability, best reliability. So we can say that the reliability of turning to religious and social sports scale is 0.7. So this is our best reliability. Otherwise, it also work on 0.5 or 8. So how we interpret the Cronbach alpha in APA 7 format. So you can see that when we have the scales, so we compute the scales in this way, and then we get their descriptive statistics. After getting the descriptive statistics, we also find the reliability. So these red boxes show that we need these values to interpret our analysis, reliability analysis in the APA 7 format. So we need the mean, standard deviation, and the range. So range is basically defined at 10 to 13. Basically, the 10 is the minimum value in our scale and 30 is the maximum value. So in this way, we define the range. And after that, we get the Cronbach alpha, where we find here in the reliability, we see the Cronbach alpha. So, and the third analysis is correlation analysis. Correlation analysis basically use to measure the strength and the direction relationship between the two variables or the more than two variables. I just mentioned here two variables. So how we find the strength? So the number, basically, we can say that the p-value give us the significance value, and the coefficient, correlation coefficient value give us the strength. And same, it's rule same for it. Its value is related to 0.7, is close to 0.7. Then it means it is strengthened and is positive, and the negative sign show the direction. So there are two types of correlation analysis: Pearson analysis and the Spearman. For if our variables are in interval or in scale form, then we use the Pearson. So basically, we can say that for the normal data, we use the Pearson. For the non-normal data or the ordinal data, we use the Spearman. So value range from -1 to +1 for the correlation analysis. So now we move to the, let me admit some student, they are waiting. Okay. So basically, again, we goes to analyze and then correlation and then bivariant. After going to bivariant, we click and it open a new dialog box. We just put our variables there, and then we click on the options and we need the mean and standard deviation, continue, and then the click OK. When we click OK, we get the results. So we have to interpret the results. So when we interpret the results, we have to two main things must be noticed. One is the correlation coefficient, and other is the p-value. So p-value is the probability significance value. It means the 0.5 is a significant value. It means we have 5% error chances. So the value of correlation coefficient is basically this is define the range. You can see that 0.1 to 0.3 is weak, 0.3 to 0.5 is moderate, and 0.5 is strong. And if it the p-value and the fourth value represent the p-value, that is 0.5. So 0.05. If the p-value less than 0.05, then the result is significantly significant. So we see that so run the analysis, we get the descriptives because we click on the descriptive, and the second is the correlation. So here are the three main correlations here. There basically three variables, and we see that there are two values there. Basically, these are vertically mirrored to each other. You can see that, for example, Amsterdam perspective, anxiety and information, and this is the one. It value with the turning to the social and religious resource scale is 0.15, and same here you can see in the Amsterdam value is same. So we have to choose one side, up or below. It's up to us. Then we put that into the table kind of AP7 format. We put our variables here. Then we add the n. Basically, n represent here the number of sample size. So we collect the data from 200 participants. Then the mean and standard deviation. And in the end, we put the coefficient correlation value here. And we use a little explanation in APA format for our interpretation of the above result. We can see that table when reveal the XYZ significant positive correlation with the XYZ variable with the R correlation coefficient value is 0.16 and p value is less than 0.15. Same for other. So in this way, we completed our analysis. So let's move on the SPSS So we do it a little practical way. So I have to run. Here is the SPSS file. I hope it is loading and you can see that. Yes. So basically, this is our variable view. So we already make it in our workshop one. So the first is age. You can see that this is the age of the participant, and I put the values here, the labels. So one, the person who put the one in the survey, it means 18 to 25, the age range, it fall into this category. In this way, I define the labels. So I click the mayor is ordinal because we give them some interval like interval or like a categorical form. It change the age into the category form. Gender, we click it here is the nominal because we give them only the names like male, female, or others. So it is nominal. And then AI tool frequency. Basically, this data represent some background theme like we are using the ChatGPT or other AI tools. How these usage of these AI tools help us in our creativity, problem solving, critical thinking, cognitive flexibility. So in a long run, we can say that how the AI affect our cognitive skills. So in this way, I just make a data, a variable view on this formula, on this theme, so you can understand what we are working on. So here, from here, you can see education level, age, gender, sector, profession, AI tool, experience level, and education level. So basically, these are our demographical variables. So basically, in this variable, I need the personal information from the participant. After that, these are our scale variables, like how AI use and it affect the creativity. You can see that when we go to the label, when I click on it, how would you rate the impact of AI tools on your decision making? So basically, it's just like a direct questioning or like a close-ended questioning, and then I define a range like tell me you are strongly agree or you strongly disagree. You have to click on one, then we get the results. So in data view, we got the data in this form. You can see that here is the data. So this is the in numbering form. And in the previous workshop, the question of one participant is that why we convert the data into the numbers. The reason is that the SPSS only read the data in numbers, but through the coding, like we do the values here, make the labels here. When we click on the label value labels, it show the I can say that the rating same as we on the survey. So in this way, we cross check it. Otherwise, where our coding are correct or not. So first we have to go to transform compute variables. So when I click on the compute variables, so I make total AI usage variable. Click on the type label here, overall AI use. I put the label there. Then I click on it and display the variable names. I want to collect first 5 variables to make a total AI usage new variable. So I click plus, then move to the second, then the plus and third, and goes on fourth and the fifth. So in this way, we merge the 5 variables to make our total AI usage new target variables. So when I click it, okay. So basically here is number of options. So we can use them kind to our scale scoring. So we click and okay, we got the results. You can see that here is the result. We get another new variables when we go there. Total AI usage. Here is our variables. New variable, it's generated by adding the 5 above variables. We can increase and decrease the width of these label kind of our easy is. So now we understand how we compute the variables. You can see, just click on it and put the values here and goes on. Okay, and the next we have how to check the reliability of our scale. We click on the analysis, goes to the scale. As I already shared the screenshot of the pathway. So if you forget any step, you cross check it. So and then click on the reliability analysis. I click on and display the variable. So basically, I want to check the reliability of the first 5 sub atoms with this total AI usage. So I click on first and select first 5 and also add the last fourth one. Okay, and then I click on the statistics. I also need to discover atoms, scales, and scales if they are deleted, and want to get the means if we require. Otherwise, it's okay, and then continue. And we need the alpha here at Cronbach alpha. So this is the value we need to interpret in our reliability analysis. So we say that this is the reliability of total AI usage scale. When I click on OK, so we got the results in the output file. This is the output SPSS output file. We can see that the reliability of the total AI usage scale, the number of participants is 200, and we get the Cronbach alpha value is 0.78. So as we so number of atom is 6, the 1 is total, the 5 we other added. So it also show the other values too, but we need only the Cronbach alpha and the mean and standard deviation to interpret into APS7 format. So in this way we get the reliability analysis. Then we go back to the my screen is visible, both screens like SPSS output and the data file. Anybody please confirm? Anyone? So basically, this is the output file. I think it's not showing that time. So again, here you can see that this is the reliability output that we got. So here's total number of participants is 200. The number of atom is 6, and the value, the Cronbach alpha value is 0.58. And then we need these values only. And after that, we move to the SPSS again and run the last analysis, that is the correlation. So let me close it and to the SPSS file. So this is the SPSS file. Here is the data view, and this is the variable view. So we already know how to compute the variables, how to find the reliability of uh, our variable. And the next is the correlation. When I click on the and analyze, I move to the correlation. This is the option correlation, and click on the bivariant. When I click on the bivariant, I have to check the correlation between the age, gender, sector profession, AI tools, experience level, education level with the total AI usage. I click on the first 6 variables and then click on the our main scale variables. And now we have 7 variables in the variable view. We go on the options and select the mean and standard deviations. And then here is the options. As our values are scale, so we need the Pearson. Otherwise, we click on the Spearman tool to get the both the for the categorical values too. So this time we goes for the Pearson, and it is two-tail, and other things are okay. No need to add anything else. Just click on the confidence interval, okay, and then we click okay. So basically, let me share with you screen. This is our output SPSS file. Yes, now it's loaded. So this is our output SPSS file. You can see that above is our reliability analysis, and here is we got the correlation. Basically, this is our correlation value. 6 atom we put in the variable view, and we find their mean standard deviation, and the n stand for the sample size. Then here is the correlation. You can see that the correlation between the age with the other variables. For example, age with age, then age with gender, then age with profession, then age with AI tools, how often you use the AI tools, then age with the AI tools options, and then age with the higher level of education, and in the end, the age with the overall AI usage. So our main analysis is overall AI usage and with other atoms, with other demographic atoms. So we see that age as a significant correlated in a positive sense with the overall AI usage, and then the gender is also positive correlated, and similarly and other atoms too. So we can say that if we interpret our analysis, the overall AI usage show the significant positive correlation with the age of participant, gender, and their profession and their tools. Sometimes some variables are not significant. We also quote them. We say that, for example, the overall AI usage is non-significant with the how often do you use the AI tools, but there is on the AI significant. So we need to we don't need to mention that. So if there is a scenario, then we have to mention the non-significant value too. So in this way, we are all our analysis. So basically, there are 3 main analyses there. The one is how to compute the variables. Basically, we need this because to make the variables kind to our scale, and then kind to their scoring. And after that, we run the analysis. The first analysis we do, that is the reliability, to check the reliability of our scale. And the second, the correlation, to check the correlation between the 2 or the more variables. So correlation, there are 2 ways to get there. One is the strength, and other is the direction. The sign show the negative of the positive direction, and the value show the strength. So basically, the 7 minutes are left for the meeting. So if we start taking questions right now, so you can share. Otherwise, I have to share the Zoom link again, so you can join and ask me question. So let's start with your question. Please, you can open your mic and speak the question, or otherwise you can also share in the chat. So basically we have 14 participants, and anyone have any question? Otherwise, let me know so I can wind it up here. I think there are no question from your side. I am audible for you guys or not? You can just type in the chat. Okay, thank you, Nayab. Thank you for the attention and attending the session. And second, this video will be uploaded on the YouTube, and the link and the slides and also the other resources link will be shared in the group. Yes, the computation part again. Basically, this is the compute part. Compute means to merge the subatoms to make a new variables. Why we need the new variable? Because according to the scoring of the scale, there are 10 atoms in the scale overall. Assume that we have the PSS scale, perceived stress scale. It has 10 subatoms. But according to the scoring of the scale, we have only two basically subscale. For example, the one is low stress and other is high stress. So we merge according to the scoring, first five for the low and the first second and the other five for the high. Sometimes it will be like a random one, like for example 1, 5, 9. So we collect those subatoms and merge them to make a one variable. So in this way we get two variables and we run the analysis on two variables, because if we run the analysis on the 10 atoms, so you can see that we have to run the analysis correlation with 10 multiply with 10, so there is a mess. So that's why we use the compute variables. I hope I give the answer. So yes, and Divya, I hope you got your answer. Otherwise you can ask in the group. I will share there too. Yes, I will share the recording of the of this session in the group too. Yes, you are welcome. Yes, guys, you can ask the other questions too if you have, and don't be shy. We are here to learn. I'm also here to learn from you. So hopefully we make this community learning opportunity. If you or your colleague want to make a webinar or workshop related to any skill, if you are good at it, you can share the poster or the timetable with me. So we start by adjusting our other workshops too. So this is like a learning community. You can also participate in it, and nothing is paid. That is, everything will be free, because it helps and it also make the only person who are really interested come there and give their time. So basically, I hope we done with the questions too. So we have only 1 minute left. If you have any questions more, please ask. So otherwise, our meeting will be end in a minute, and I will share the recording with the group after uploading the YouTube. Okay, guys, thank you for your time. See you in the third workshop that is related to the t-test. So we discuss the t-test in detail, like the sample t-test and also the repeated mere t-test. So it helps us in the. Okay, thank you so much, and see you in the next workshop.